Some people think I'm nuts that I have zero money in the stock market. You know, I taught a continuing education course the other day. I'm an endodontist. I was teaching it to some general dentists. It was a related subject matter. But in my introduction, I mentioned that I'm also a principal and founder of an investment firm that invests in multifamily real estate, and that I would talk a little bit about that afterwards for anyone that was interested after we finished the clinical discussion. And you know, not one single person left the room. Everyone wanted to invest and wanted to learn about investing in real estate and how I had achieved so much success. Then I asked the room, after this clinical discussion, we had question and answer about the clinical presentation itself. After we'd done all that, after nobody left, I asked the room, how many people here invest in real estate? This is a room of about 20 people, and 2 people raised their hand. Everyone was interested in investing in real estate, but nobody had actually went and done it. That's when I knew that we had to get this, what we are doing, out there, right? We realized, number one, as dentists, that we don't have the time and wherewithal to go and do the due diligence, to go and find real estate and then manage it ourselves. We don't have the time for that. So I'm not trying to go and hire general contractors and do all of that. That's not for me. I already am a full-time parent, I am a full-time practitioner, and I don't have time to add that onto this as well. So fine. Now it comes to investing passively in real estate. Some people have heard of it, some people haven't, but they don't know how to go about and get started actually investing passively in real estate. Some people are like, well, I don't even know how to get access to deals. You know, like, so I would love to invest potentially. And then there's people that actually go to conferences. They go to places that they meetups where they can meet potentially people that they can learn about syndications. Then they get on an email list of a few different groups of people that are doing apartment building or any type of real estate investing. They get these shiny investment documents, right? And then they get these IRR and they get these numbers thrown at them, you know, equity multiple, and it's hard to differentiate between which is which. You know, which is a good one, which isn't. They all look about the same. They all look great. You know, these guys look and sound like they know what they're talking about, so how do I differentiate? So that's the due diligence. That's the active part of passive investing that nobody ever talks about. When you're investing passively, there's still an active component to it. Yes, it's passive in that you don't invest in the day-to-day. You're not involved in the day-to-day. That's great. That's what we love as passive investors. We extricate ourselves from the day-to-day operations, but we don't have to ever deal with the tenants. We don't ever have to fix a toilet. We don't ever have to worry about termites, and we most definitely don't have to spend our time. That's the passive part. But where do we invest? Who do we invest with? Which part of the country do we invest? What type of asset class do we invest in? You name it. I mean, there's mobile home parks, there's RV parks, there's nursing homes, there's student housing, there's self-storage, there's industrial, there's warehouse, there's office. I mean, the list goes on and on. Which is the best one? You know, so these are all questions that often prevent us from investing. Because let's face it, this is not a small amount of money we're investing. A lot of times the minimum investment is $50,000, $100,000. So it's a big sum game in terms of large investments. That's why I can understand being frozen. That's why we here Walk of Wealth, that's why I formed this company, is because people know that real estate is what makes more millionaires than any other business out there. And by providing education, stuff that we don't learn about in our professional programs, this is what compelled me to form Walk of Wealth in the first place. Our mission is to make 1,000 people financially free through passive investment in real estate. Point blank, period. Simple statement, and that's what we gun for. The way we do it, providing knowledge, providing a community, providing resources. We go live. We have our YouTube channel, blogs. We have something huge coming up in Q2 of 2023. Stay tuned for that for Walk of Wealthites. If you aren't already on our investor list, hit the description below, go on the website, sign up for that. The other part, the other arm of us, is that we are an investment firm. We vet operators, we vet sponsors, we vet markets, sub-markets. We do our own due diligence, we underwrite our own properties. This is not just myself. I have a partner, I have a team of advisors, consultants, mastermind groups, that we all have this ton of resources that we can fall back on. This is the level of due diligence that we provide when we're trying to create real estate, or when we look at real estate opportunities. And that allows us to intelligently invest in multiple geographic locations. Intelligently invest across multiple sponsors or operators, and invest intelligently across different investment theses. This gives us flexibility to invest where asset classes, depending on their particular point in the cycle, and allow us to really maximize returns while at the same time mitigating risk through professional due diligence. By doing this consistently, investing consistently in wise, prudent manner with strong fundamentals, there's no reason that you cannot build immeasurable wealth. Passive incomes, multiple streams of income that will exceed your monthly expenses, that will, number one, give you financial freedom, because now you are no longer dependent on your active income, and it will give you income and wealth that you can perpetuate down through legacy, your children, and hopefully to your children's children, and on. This is the power of investing fundamentally, strong fundamentals. This is the power of real estate that has been proven generation after generation by the wealthiest people in America. We do not have to reinvent the wheel. All we have to do is follow the path, if the path is given. But the problem is that we're steered off the path, right? We're driven into things like 401k plans. We're driven into things like SEP IRAs. We're into fixed equities, things that are meant to tie up our money for long periods of time that don't even keep up with inflation these days. We are going to be headed for inflationary environments as geopolitical skirmishes continue to escalate. The tensions in Russia and the United States are at an all-time high as more sanctions are placed. The ties between the United States and China are at all-time lows. Major geopolitical winds. There's rampant inflation throughout the country. We're headed for a very bad times, potentially. Some of the most intelligent people that I listen to, financial people, Ray Dalio, one of the thought leaders of our generation. You know, he sees times where between 1910 and 1945 where there was massive destruction of assets and wealth. Robert Kiyosaki said, this is not a recession like anything other. This is something big happening this time. And he's been right since the 80s. So we really have to be careful. This is a time like no other. These are unprecedented times. So we have to be more diligent than ever. This is not only our livelihood, this is our future families, our future generations is dependent on some of the moves that we're gonna make in today's environment. If you're interested in investing and learning about investing alongside us and learning more about the real estate opportunities that we have, join our Passive Investor Club. From there, you'll have to book a call where you get to talk to myself or one of my teammates who will want, so we can learn a little bit more about you and see if we're a mutually good fit. Once we've had that call, we've got to know a little bit more about you, you'll be admitted access into our Wealthy Doctor Passive Investor Club. If you're not a doctor, not to worry, you're still welcome to become wealthy with us. All right, guys, that's it for today. Click on the next video on the link below. And until next time, live abundantly, love, peace, and happiness. Let's get it, guys.